Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's episode on GTA 5, learning why you should look both ways before crossing the road. That's a seriously impressive takedown. We get up again and straight into a mule. Well done. That's 2 trucks in 5 seconds you have managed to be run over by. Definitely look where you're going. Shaky on GTA 5 has got a plane playing a little bit close inside the hangar with these 2 jets. It is one tries to take off a little bit too quickly before the other's quite ready. We've got both planes rolled over. Well done for getting 2 planes upside down in a hangar. Furzy on GTA 5 is minding his own business when a random car goes for a flight. No idea. You kind of vaguely just about see it take off in the far distance. I don't know where it comes from, why it just gets launched. It got angry and went to space either way. Reality has found a meeting of saber turbos. Shall we put it like that? This car park. I'm not 100% sure quite what's going on with these 2. The white one is controlled by an AI driver, and I'm thinking he's kind of managed to get the car almost crash welded together, like in Beeman. He's trying to rectify it. They're kind of just, doing a little bit of a bounce, and then we get even more impressive bounces. Well, there's some serious bouncing going on from the poor blue car. Now we're at all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Maybe it's just their sort of special spot in the city. Who knows? Or whatever it is. Probably shouldn't hang around too long. Over there, Mr. Stang on GTA San Andreas, playing around with some mods, goes around a corner, however, and the Mustang is less than happy. It gets up onto 2 wheels, and then physics just give up. They decided the car should go for some breakdancing. There are many cartwheels, and then some twists, and then it levitates briefly before splatting into the ocean. Yeah, not so good for the Mustang. Shinx on F1 2016 is racing around Monza. When up ahead there is a little bit of a sort of peculiar lag spike going on as the car pops in and then immediately flies through the air. I mean, the Renaults haven't been great, let's be honest. However, that's a new technique they are trying of the cannon the car forward. White Boxer on Project Cars is racing at Silverstone. When up ahead, things go spectacularly wrong. There's all sorts of debris. Narrowly, amazingly managing to avoid the stricken car. The car ahead has gone across the curb. This vehicle can't slow down in time, and as it kind of lifts off up the curb, gets launched into the back and does about 3 rolls off of the car. Yeah, Formula cars quite dangerous when things go wrong. Hunter Citizen 2 on Forza Horizon 3 is racing through the streets at rather high speed in his Nissan GTR. Doesn't quite get stopped in time for the corner, bounces off some rocks, and then the game gets a little bit angry. Has decided that maybe the GTR is scared, maybe it is currently shaking in fear from bumping into the rocks. As it's pinging around and juddering, it does eventually get fired free. Apparently there's some odd sticky walls going on there. Der Hamburger on Battlefield 1 is the rear gunner in a tank, busy minding his own business, doing his job, shooting, I think shot down a plane. As they go to leave this area though, things go a bit wrong for the tank. We start going down the hill on our side, and then we go for 1 roll, and there's a 2nd roll, and there's going to be a 3rd roll, and now we're fine. Perfectly controlled way to go down a hill in a tank, I think you will find. Shadowrunner on Dirt 3 manages to run wide, bumps forward ever so slightly. Does get a quick run out of the corner though, carries a bit too much speed across the jump, lands on top of a buggy and will be dispatched upside down into a wall. Not such a good idea to catch a lift. However, it doesn't go too well for the red buggy either when we go to the 3rd-person view. As it climbs across the red buggy, it rolls along with the vehicle below it. Kind of manages to drag the vehicle below it over as well. Epic Joe is having a go at some Gymkhana on Dirt 3, carries a bit too much speed, clonks into one of the donut things, manages to move the barrier, but gets stuck on it. That is a rather powerful all-wheel drive Evo that has been completely wedged and perfectly balanced on top of the barrier. It does eventually, with a little bit of wiggling, a little bit of coaxing, get free. On to a dirt rally, we have a Ford, an RS200, not to be outdone by the Fiesta that did a front flip at Wales. The RS200 one's ride, as it kind of, the back end comes down, it launches it into 3 front flips and lands it. Not quite perfectly on the road, still 3 front flips landed is always good going. Darns97 on Just Cause 3 has borrowed a motorbike to get to his locations, trying to figure out where the checkpoint is when the bike has had enough of existing. Just, the bike is gone. The sound just sort of linger very briefly, but apparently the ether has eaten his motorbike. And finally, we have Mitchlight21 playing, I can't remember what the name of this game is, I just call it the Flail Tale. You have a big magnet you've got to drive around and pick up the rocks. Actually a really good, fun little minigame. However, the rocks have had enough. The rocks are not particularly enjoying this one. I think he's trying to gather too many of them on the back of the track. He's supposed to sort of land them in a little scoring zone, and, well, they're starting to get a mind of their own. First of all, fire the truck into the wall. He just about gets control back briefly, but is not for much longer, as the magnet is now pulling itself around. The camera's in. The camera doesn't know what on earth to do. We're taking a brief visit into the hangar. Not quite sure. As I said, the rocks are kind of doing most of the work here. They wanted to go to the hangar. Now they're going to whiz their way across and crash into another building, and then we're going to go take out a guard tower, because we can. There's some fire going on. The camera is having all sorts of issues as it's trying to work out what mayhem. We're on the floor, we're upside down, we might be the right way up, then we get pinged all the way back into the initial wall. We just about come to rest where it first crashed. Yeah, you don't mess with the angry magnetic rocks. They are apparently highly, highly dangerous. However, that is going to be it for this week's episodes. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, then you can via our forums. There'll be a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. But that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.